Hi, welcome to your first ever online grammar workshop. I'm Mr. Lawler.
And I'm Miss Kennedy, and we're excited to take you on a journey with Appositive. For the remainder of our workshop, you will need two things. The first is your American Literature notebook, and the second is the worksheet you received for home learning in class. Once you have those two things, go ahead and date your notebook page and label it Appositives, commas, and U. Grammar Workshop 1, October 28th, 2013. Before proceeding, we need to identify what an appositive actually is. An appositive is a noun phrase that identifies or renames a person, place, or thing. Appositives usually begin with the words a, an, or the, but are not limited to beginning with those three words. Sentences can contain one appositive phrase or multiple appositive phrases. Appositives can also be removed from sentences without removing the basic meaning of the sentence. Appositives, however, increase important details in sentences and develop a variance in style.
Appositives fit into two major categories. The first category includes appositives that rename people. Appositives in this category answer the questions, who is he, who is she, or who are they? In the example on the screen, Mr. Lawler, a teacher at Mushin College Prep, loves appositives. The appositive answers the question, who is Mr. Lawler? Appositives can also be used to rename places or things. Appositives in this category answer the questions, what is it, or what are they? In the example on your screen, Mushin College Prep, a school in downtown Chicago, has the best students in the city. The appositive, a school in downtown Chicago, answers the question, what is Mushin College Prep?
Now, we already know that commas save lives, but commas also are essential for punctuating appositives correctly. In various types of sentences, we use commas to separate the appositive phrases from the nouns that they rename. However, this punctuation looks different depending on where the appositive falls in the sentence. An appositive may come at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a sentence. In the following slides, you will be able to see how each type of sentence is punctuated correctly.
When appositives come at the beginning of a sentence, they are set off from the rest of the sentence by a comma, right before the noun or pronoun that the appositive renames. This grammar rule is very similar to introductory dependent clauses. On your worksheet, you should underline the appositives in each of the two example sentences and circle the noun or pronoun that the appositive renames. You should pause the video here until you're ready to check your work. In the first sentence, the appositive, one of 11 brothers and sisters, gives us more information about Harriet, so it answers the question, who is Harriet? In the second sentence, the appositive, a balding, smooth-faced man, renames the pronoun he, so it answers the question, who is he?
Another place that appositives can appear in sentences is in between the subject of the sentence and the verb of the sentence. When an appositive appears in the middle of a sentence, it comes immediately following the noun or pronoun that it renames and is separated on both sides by commas. On your worksheet, circle the noun or pronoun that is being replaced by the appositive and underline the appositive. Pause the video here until you are ready to check your answers. In the first example for appositives in the middle of sentences, we notice that a good, quiet man is the appositive that is renaming Papa. In the second example, we have a much longer appositive replacing the word man.
The last rule we'll learn is for appositives that come at the end of sentences. When appositives appear at the end of sentences, they're separated from the main part of the sentence by a comma. On your homework, identify the appositive in the example sentences and circle the noun or pronoun that each appositive renames. Pause the video here until you're ready to check your work. Check your work against the answers on the screen.
All right, now we're going to practice with a few more examples and then you're almost finished. In your notebook, copy down the 3 sentences that appear on the screen. Then underline each appositive phrase and circle the noun or pronoun that each phrase renames. After you do that, insert commas when necessary. Pause the video here until you are ready to see the answers to the practice above. Check your answers in your notebook with the answers on your screen. If you have a question about any of the answers, put a star next to that question, and you can ask that in class tomorrow.
For the remainder of your homework tonight, you'll use the worksheet you picked up in class to complete Activity 1. You need to write the answer to each question next to the number and circle the noun or pronoun each appositive renames. Bring any questions you have to class.
All right, Mr. Leller, are you ready for my joke?
So ready.
Okay, so the best thing about this joke is that it applies it applies to English and AP Human Geography. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So, what is an English teacher's favorite nation?
I don't know. What is an English teacher's favorite nation?
An explanation. Hope you enjoyed this explanation of appositives.